In this video of our training, we will cover connecting of electrodes and cables to the Sensitiv Imago device. We now have Sensitiv Imago device, Group 500, Model 530. Let's look at the device. Let's start from the top view. We can see two cameras. Their use will be covered at a later video. Front view. You can see the name Sensitiv Imago, light diodes and a small monitor. The information on this monitor is not critical because much more information will be found throughout the software that will be monitored on the screen of your computer. The most important is the back panel view. Now we will cover everything that we see here in detail. Let's regard connection of all the cables to Sensitiv Imago. At the top left corner, you can see the power switch, by clicking on which you can turn off and turn off the device. First of all, we will switch Sensitiv Imago to the power supply, and we do that with this connector. So we insert the special connector. By the way, you can see different colors that mark certain connectors: blue, yellow, green, white. This will allow you to match the colors on the cables and on the connectors. So first of all, you can see the blue color with sense written on it. This is for connection of the hand sensors. So in order to connect, we have to take the cable with the blue color and input that into the hand plate electrode. You have two hand electrodes for your choice, the plate one and the round electrode. So you will use the same cable for connection to both of the electrodes, round or the plate one. It has to be mentioned that most of the time you will use the plate electrode for diagnostic scan, for bioresonance influence, for testing and other uses. Now we take the cable with the blue color and input that into the sense connector, and the other side is inputted into the sensor. The cable should be directed outwards from the patient, and the patient should keep the hands on the electrode. When do we use the round electrode? The manufacturer recommends to use the round electrode when it is not possible to use the plate one, for example, in case when the patient has only one hand, or if the patient is a child, or when you need to travel to patient. For that, you input the cable into the round electrode, and the patient should keep this electrode in the left hand. With that, it is important that the hand both is wrapped around both sides of the round electrode. And again, the cable should be directed outwards from the patient. Now we connect the other electrode. And now we can see the other connector, which is called UBA. This particular connector isn't used by Sensitiv Imago operators, it is for the use by the technical department of our company. The next connector is marked with green color, and it is called optical modulator. So the quantum optical modulator is connected to the QOM port. The distance between the quantum modulator and the patient is within 1 meter. The quantum modulator has to be targeted at the area of thyroid gland of the patient. On the back panel of the quantum modulator, you can see the black switch. It switches on a small light dot that is used for the right targeting at the area of the thyroid gland. When the targeting is done, you have to switch the light off. So this is how we connect the quantum modulator. The other connector is called HD, which is for connection of the headset. So you input the connector until you hear a small click. And the last connector is for connection between your Sensitiv Imago device and your computer. So the cable has the A and B connectors, and you input the one side into the Sensitiv Imago device and the other one into one of the USB connectors of your computer.